bookish friends, welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures. This is another spring equinox vlog, but it's also a series binge vlog, so I don't know when this is going to go up. But for astronomy, read a book on the top of your TBR, and that is Hate. And I am excited to binge this series, so I figured I would tell you, read the first book, because I'm not going to read the others because they're spoily. They have more to the story, sorry. These words, Madison Kate Danvers was murdered tonight. These words changed my life, but not for the better. They were wrong, of course. I'm not dead, but I was set up. After being charged with a string of offenses and made an example of my politically minded father, I was eventually released back into Shadow Grove with one thing on my mind: hate. Someone is going to pay for derailing my carefully laid out future, someone who's going to catch the full force of my hate. How very convenient that someone now lives in the bedroom down the hall. Archer, Darth, and his boys messed with the wrong chick. They're about to learn how cold Madison Kate hates run. So it is a reverse harem series. So we have Hate, Liar, you have Fake, and they get bigger each book. And then we have Volume 4, which is Kate. So I'm going to be binging this series in this vlog. I am currently filming another vlog with the other classes for Aurelium. I'm trying to finish. So I'm going to be reading a lot. So I'm going to be starting Kate. Oh, no, sorry. It's just too similar. Kate and Hate. I will be starting Hate in this vlog. I'm going to be starting all of them. But if this vlog goes through the rest of April and I don't even get it up till March, I will be talking about this in the other vlog, or any vlog, if I feel like this is taking too long. I've learned not to do 2 vlogs at once because I was doing that for Bookmas and other projects. But I'm going to attempt it because I'm only going to be starting with Hate. And this is not even the main vlog for the next week. The main vlog will be for other classes. I would love to get this vlog up for next week. I just don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, I thought I would start. This is the first book, and the covers are really pretty, and I'm really excited. There is Vault, but to read Vault with this story, it's a bind up of this and another series, and you have to read the other series first. And I don't own that series yet, but I do really want to read Take Jane's, and I want to binge this series, so hopefully this binge is successful. We'll see how we go, because I am running out of room on my phone. But yeah, we'll see how this goes for the week, or for how long this vlog is. So I did start Hate, and it's been a while, but I was filming that other vlog I talked about. I'm on 117 pages. I am loving this. So on the back of the book, it only says Archer's name. So the other people in her harem is Cody and Steele. The way she met them was interesting. A lot happened in that first couple of chapters. And then her father exiled her, so now she is back in Shadow Grove. And she hates them with a burning passion. And where I'm at, they're not explaining anything, and I don't know what there is to explain. There was a lot of that night that was not talked about, because it was in like the first 20 pages that happened. Absolutely loving it. I will update you later. I've gone past 200. I have a lot of thoughts. I am thoroughly loving it, enjoying it. Oh, I hate when my phone does that. I don't know if I'd like to read from the boy's perspective, maybe like a chapter. I'm loving their friendship. I'd love to know more of the backstory of their friendship. Right now, it's her just doing like petty pranks and stuff. I do like her chemistry with all of them. And I'm going to end this clip real quick because it's annoying me. So yeah, I am loving it. I don't have a favorite amongst them. Mostly she's been interacting with Steele and Cody. We haven't got a lot from Archer, so we'll see. But I do have theories on her best friend. I could be totally wrong. I do know there is a spinoff with a character. I think all her books in the series include with Shadow. There's Hades, and there's the new one, and you need to read the Hades storyline before you can read the new one. And I'm wondering if her best friend, if she gets with someone in the books, that's great, but I'm wondering if she gets her own book series. I don't know. I would like it, but I don't. I just like her as a character. But yeah, I'm still loving this, and I'm enjoying it. The writing's, it's really fast. I'm loving all of it, and that's why I'm so glad I decided to binge it, because if I only had one, I would drive myself nuts waiting to get to the other one. I finished the first one in the Madison Kate series, and I'm giving it a 5-star. For most of the book, I assumed I was going to give it a 4-star. But that cliffhanger, I just want to jump into this. I do have to at least read some of the other books for the weekly vlog, because unfortunately I didn't finish Hate over the weekend. I could have, but I got a massive migraine, so I'm finishing it on Tuesday. So yeah, I am feeling anxious. Those last 2-3 chapters, I was like, what is gonna happen? And then and they were so short, and I was like, ooh, I'm so glad I didn't have to wait months in between these books and that I could just binge them. I do have theories. I'm trying not to be spoiled where we left with that cliffhanger, and I do have some solid things. She's in a downward spiral at the end of this book. She was at the beginning. We did get one plot point of the story answered. One of her questions did get answered. But she doesn't know what to trust now. She can't trust her memories. And there's other stuff. She just can't trust anything that's going around her. So she did have a lot of interaction with Cody and Steele. More romantically. She did have sort of an interaction with Archer. But that was more hate. And there is jealousy between all the guys. The scene was good. I did enjoy the spicy scenes we got. I want more interaction with her and the guys to see how it does, especially after this. I think this one is going to blow my mind. I don't know how I'm feeling. I have heard some reviews, and I didn't mean to. I tried to skip over. I believe she's 18 or 19. She's going into college, so I think she is 18 years old. So there were some things, that's why I was like, oh, this is a 4-star. But I loved it regardless. I kept saying I loved it. That cliffhanger, my heart was racing. Now, I am curious because I know Hades, I don't know if there's any plot points that connects the Hades series, because that's after this. And then there's a Vault that has 2 novellas. But with Hades, the new series Honey Trap, you have to read Hades before you can read Honey Trap. So I know nothing about them. But I am intrigued to see a lot of people compare Madison Kate and Hades together. So like what they like and what they didn't. I'm interested to see how I feel about Kate at the end of the series. And when I do read the next installment series, how I feel about Hades. I think Hades might be older. So that's going to be very interesting. So these titles are giving me, I knew this title made so much sense, but after the cliffhanger, the second book's title makes more sense. I thought it was going to mean something else. I was wrong. Now I'm interested in seeing how this one ends. But what I'm really kind of nervous about is book 3's title is fake. So kind of nervous to see how that interacts with if there's going to be another cliffhanger. All right, so before I go spoilerly, I need to take a break and just let this settle. I will start this tonight. I just need to at least get 100 pages into that one book and update that other vlog. But I have to say, Tate James' writing has intrigued me, and I want more. She has a lot of series out, and I want to finish the series that I'm currently, this one, the Hades, and the Honey Trap, I'm going to focus on for the rest of the year. Because I might just do the one. But I might want to see, in the back, she has, like, a list of, like, what books are complete or, like, what sequels are coming. I like that. I might be reading a lot more Tate James and getting more Tate James might be hauled in the next couple of months. We will see. We will see. So, nervous. I'm feeling excited to get into this. I'm feeling very freaking anxious. So when I get into the first 100 pages or so, I will update you. But for now, that break is needed but I will start this tonight so the cliffhanger doesn't get forgotten. But wow, that's all. Hi. I hope the fan doesn't bug you. My dad is on a phone call and he's talking, and I filmed this clip previously and you could hear him through the entire clip. So that's why I turned on the fan. Alright, so I did have to reread the last chapter of Hate. I remember the first 2 chapters, and I kind of knew the cliffhanger. I am really glad I went back to reread that cliffhanger, that last chapter. So I started Liar, and the book starts out in Cody's perspective. The first chapter is Cody's perspective. This book is starting out with a bang. The next chapter is Kate, and then the rest of the story is Kate. I wanted at least 1 chapter. I think it was for the rest of the... I think the rest of the books have the other 2 guys' perspectives, like with the first chapter. I think starting Hate out with just Kate's perspective was brilliant. Having 1 chapter of the guys, I think is brilliant too. If she did multiple perspectives with going back and forth, it would just be way too long. But the 1 chapter and the way it started out this book was brilliant. I have theories. I remembered a plot point because I put all the clips that I had previously together because I got done filming for May. At least 2 videos are up so far for May. Scheduled, links, everything. So I'm very lazy with my links. Book links, like with my information or like readathon. I couldn't be bothered to go back for the rest of April to finish that. But, yeah. So, I have theories. With the way the last book ended, I'm really intrigued to see where Kate's relationship is with these guys. What were going to be affected. Because there was a lot of stuff revealed. And I think in this book, she's going to be seeking answers from the past. Stuff she does not know. And... there's just, okay, I don't want to spoil it because it's a big spoiler. I don't know if it's a spoiler, but I do think it would be spoiler for this book if the plot point come true. But there is a thing that I remembered, and I was like, oh, we're going to go into this. And it might not even be revealed in this. It could be revealed in the other 2. And I'm ecstatic if it is the way I am thinking it. But, so... I had some extra babysitting money around that I could spend for myself. I was focusing on getting Hades, right? The Hades is series. You could get the first 3 when I looked. I could get the first 3 with the original cover, but the 4th one was the discreet cover. And it was cheap, the discreet cover. I was able to get this off eBay. It's in excellent condition. There's a little scruffs. That's okay. For $18. Then I went back the next day and saw that it had the cover for $27. I am so glad I went to eBay. I'm going to be comparing the prices, especially if they switch out from the discreet to the original cover. I love these covers. Normally I find people on the cover boring. And I checked Madison Tate James' site, and none of her book covers with people bore me. They look badass, they look interesting, especially the Volt series. I kept saying the book was, and after Hades was Honey Trap. No, the first book is Honey Trap. I think it's the Volt. I think there might only be 3, or at least there is 1 and 2 have been released, and book 3's cover has been released. I do think there might only be 3. There might be a 4th one. It hasn't been talked about, but I just thought I should update that so far. Now I am nervous, excited to see where we go in this book. Like, what is going to get revealed? Where's she going to go? I'm really intrigued, and my dad's being loud again, so I'm going to end this clip, and hopefully by the time I can update you, Toby's bed. So I got to 104. And I'm going to at least try to get 50, maybe 100 pages more before I go to bed. Every time I feel my nose freaking itches, right there, it just drives me nuts. And I itched every time. So I believe we met at least one or two love interests of Hades. I'm definite on the one because the way Cass was described matches a guy on one of Hades' covers. So I really love that. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see if these characters, if we get hints. I don't know his storyline. I don't know where it's going to go. There is the possibility of the second for her, but right now, I at least in my mind confirmed that Cass is going to be one of the love interests for Hades. So definitely good on that. So her relationships with the boys, like I said, she's mostly dealt with Cody and Steele in a romantic way. We had a little bit of Archer. We are seeing some development with Archer. I'm liking it, but I cried, and I will explain without doing my best not to spoil. I'll delete the clip if I spoil. I had to delete the previous. Her father, it was always very controlling. The scene, she had an interaction scene with her father in this, and it explained so much of her mentality, and it talked about stuff she dealt with in the past with certain situations. Plus she is 18. She did mention her birthday is going to be in like 5 months, which I do think we will interact with her birthday. I think that might be a big plot point for this book. He is awful, and I knew he was awful, but when she started explaining her history, and she's been trapped from a young age. She suffered a trauma with the loss of her mother. She's been dealing with trauma, and her father, and like stuff that was revealed. She is currently trapped. She is an 18-year-old who is trapped, who has trauma, who has PTSD, and she is dealing with sane situations. And these guys are holding secrets. And one of them did kind of, well, it's not the secrets she wanted, but about the incident that got her exiled. One part of that secret got unveiled in book 1. None of the rest of them, now she's discovering, they hold more power than she thinks. She knows they're in charge of her, but they hold more power than she's figuring out. They hold more power. I do not know how we are going to go. I am a little annoyed with them. I like the writing and I'm emotional. I do have to remember they're 22 to 23, and they did grow up in a very different situation from her. They grew up, I believe, in the poorer class. I could be wrong, but they grew up in darker situations from her. But she had her own darkness, and they see her as a spoiled rich girl, or at least they started to in the first book. Now they're interacting and getting to know her. There is damage between her and Archer, and you know what some of the damage is in the first one. But there's a history we don't know with. Maybe she does not remember, but there is something with Archer that has not been revealed. I am liking the relationship with the boys, but it does, because of her age and the way she interacts and her trauma and stuff, it explains why Hades gets like, oh, she's a boss woman, and because people get frustrated with the way she handles stuff or her personality. I love Kate, Madison Kate, but I have to remember she's 18 and she's in college and she's turning 19, and yes, it's an adult romance, but I do have to remember she is young, and Hades, I think, is into her late 20s. I am very curious about the novellas, because I think the novellas might be when she's older, when this series ends, because it interacts with Hades series, and you have to read Hades series before you can read Volt, and I think I have the name of the next series wrong. I think it's The Guild, not Volt. I'm probably mixing a lot of stuff up with book names, because I don't own them, and I don't, because this says Madison Kate, Hades says Hades, and I don't own any of the newer books that are being released into Shadow Grove. So I am definitely intrigued. I think I revealed, and I'm not going to say what, it's like a little thing, but now it's gotten her to start thinking, and it makes sense to what I noticed towards the end of book 1. So I'm going to see if this plays out. I'm going to try my best not to give spoilers, but I am going to give my thoughts because it's a whole series. I do like Madison Kate, but I really want to see her interactions with other characters outside of the boys. Yes, I want that development, but she doesn't have a lot of interaction with other characters outside of the boys or Bree. So I want more. Like when she interacted with Cass, I was excited because we got a lot of reveal that she needed. Now, I'm still nervous. I'm not trusting no one in this book. I do feel sorry for Kate, Madison Kate. I do. When you read the traumas and stuff, and like you even talked about some of the stuff that she dealt with previously, but it didn't go into full detail, and we still didn't get the detail that I wanted. But it's looking, because I cried, it could be another 5-star. I'm not saying it is, but it's very high up because I got emotional and I'm connecting with Kate as a character and all of them. Now, this is going to be a very long vlog because it's binge, but I am going to end it here. I'm going to try to read more. If I get to another 100-page mark, I will talk to you. But if I get to 50, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hi. So I am at 209, and I didn't want to put it down, but it is Cody's perspective in that next chapter, which I'm really excited about. That we had a big break. Like, he started chapter 1, now we're on the next chapter with him. I think I'm liking that. A lot of it is from her perspective. I do think the first book, we needed her story. I do think with the rest of the series, it's very beneficial to get at least a couple chapters. But I think how it's going to work out is the next book we'll read from Steele's perspective, and then the last one I'm really thinking it's going to be Archer. So far, there's no favorites in the romance. Okay, that's a lie. She's strongly connected to Steele and Cody. There is a lot of problems, like I said, with her and Archer. I want to see how the relationship develops as a collective, individual relationships with the guys, a collective relationship with each other. All of them I'm really excited to see. So far, it's shaping up to be good. There's a lot of history she does not know, and they do not know a lot of things. Yes, they know what the public knows about her, but I think there was some stuff they don't know. And with the way the last chapter ended, with this chapter, we're going to get at least some good details. We did get some backstories of history of 2 of the guys, some of their family history and some history. I'm loving all of it. It's shaping up to be Tate James is going to be an autobiography author. I am loving her writing. I don't want to put it down, but I work on Friday, and I'm going to have to set an alarm to at least read for another hour, and then I'm going to have to put the book and turn my phone on silent away from me, because that's how hard I want to finish this book right now. I don't think I will update you anymore tonight. I will update you in the morning, but if something crazy happens, even if I'm not at the next 100 pages, I'm gonna want to talk about how I'm feeling. I have suspicions of what's leading up, but I don't know. There's 2 other books in this series, and we don't know all the plot. They could be slowly, and then the last book we get the full reveal of the plot. I'm okay either way, but I at least want I want more answers. We need more answers. I need more answers. I'm excited to see how Madison Kate handles herself. I am liking how she's handled some certain situations, some not. My phone's doing that thing I hate. Whereas I'm orange, then I'm white. Maybe it's because I'm talking with my hand. Yeah, it's probably because I'm talking with my hand. So if I don't put my hand up, yeah, that's better. Okay, I should have realized that earlier with the other videos. I'm nervous how the relationship that she's developing will affect the guys' friendship. So far, it doesn't seem like it's a big problem, but there was history in a relationship with the 3 of them before she got involved. I'm not saying it's romantic, but they have history, which I want to know more about. Like, extremely, I really want to know the history. All right, so I'm going to read these pages. And then I got to take Bubba out. He's so mad at me. I get comfortable reading, and then he lays by me. And then I move. Like, if it's an intense scene, I'm like, oh, and yeah, I've been driving him nuts. So finish this chapter, and it's like the middle of the night. I updated you guys around 12 and 11 when I started this, so it's 1:45. I might only be able to read for a half hour because I am working on Friday and I am getting tired. My voice is getting tired of talking too. Good morning. So I probably could have slept till the afternoon. I haven't really gotten ready for the day, but I did think I'd update you. Sorry, the fan's on. My dad's on the phone again. That's okay. So I was wrong about that chapter. It wasn't Cody, but it got good. The smut, we got a lot of smutty scenes, but we got our first mention of Hades. Like, it said Hades by name, and I was squealing in the background. I am loving knowing about characters from the next side series, and I hope we hear about these characters in these books. I'm having fun. I only have 100 more pages, and hi, Lou. Hi. Oi. All right. We went to Arby's, and I didn't share anything, so he's like, maybe I could talk her into my shake, but nah, he's just such a good little guy. So where we stopped, that chapter I stopped, I got really, okay, it was really good, but the end of that chapter, I got really mad too. So definitely a roller coaster of emotions. I am nervous how this is gonna end, because a lot of stuff happened, and we're not like, we got Somerville, but I'm like, okay, you answered one tiny little question, but I'm having more theories, so that's good. It makes me nervous though, because if sorry, my hair's crazy. If my theory is right, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next 2 books, because I do not honestly think we're gonna get answers to one of the questions. But there's 2 more books, and there's a lot going on, so I do think maybe we will. I don't know. I'm nervous because, yeah, if you've read it, you know, a lot of stuff kind of got revealed, and I was like, okay, now I'm getting really nervous. Like, the way they're talking, I'm like, I'm nervous. All right. So I will update you when I finish that in a little bit, but for now, I'm just going to finish this shake, and then I do know Becca from Becca in the Books is doing sprints, but I want to drink my shake first, and then when it's live, I will start the sprint, so I'm excited. That will keep me motivated to finish this and start the next one. All right, I will update you in a while. Sorry, my hair, did not expect that. Did not expect that. Did not expect that fucking ending. What the fuck is going on with this book series? What the actual fuck, man? Oh my fucking god. Sorry, I shouldn't cuss, but... So, we have kittens outside, if you've seen one of my videos, and we held them today. We're trying to get them used to human contact. I had allergic reaction a couple years ago to a hair product. I was having the same problems after I came into the house from touching those kittens, so I had to take allergy pills. So I came in, and I had to take a break because my sister was here, and we were seeing the kittens and introducing my dog to the kittens. And I come in, and I read that, and what the fuck? Oh my god. It's a 5-star, but what is going on in this book? I mean, I can't even say I got an answer that I didn't want. I know nothing. Really? I'm fucking pissed. I don't know where we go from here. But, I was wrong about whose chapter we're gonna read. I thought that this was Steel. This is Archer. Totally okay from reading from Archer's perspective, and I'm diving into this. This is about, I think, 500 pages. 500 pages. I need to update Goodreads and stuff. Oh my... Sorry for the cursing, but how did that... I really want to talk spoilers. I need to find someone who's read this. I need to know. I think Kalani Simply Me did a vlog with spoilers, so after I finish the entire series, I'm going back to watch that vlog. I want to hear her thoughts. She's read the series a couple times. But yeah, I don't know where we go from here. I changed my clothes because the cat hair was still on it and I was having a reaction. I got to 106 of Fake. I'm loving this. I am loving Tate James. I'm liking Kate's mentality in this. Yes, she's still a little bit immature, but I feel like she's maturing in each book. We see her get more mature, which I'm really absolutely enjoying that. I don't want to put these down. I did not realize it is Thursday and I want to finish these before May. Because readathons and stuff, but I just want the series to be done before May. I did not realize, because I only thought I might be babysitting for an hour or two. It might be longer tomorrow, so it's gonna make me sad, but it's work. I have to do it. But hopefully with money I make off that, I might be able to get another Hades book, maybe a couple more. We'll see. I might have to push Hades back. I want to just binge Hades, but I'm not, because it says you have to read Hades with Guild. And yeah, and I think when I do the Hades vlog, I need to get Volt, because they say to read Hades, you read Volt, and then I'm going to start Guild. But I noticed book 3 doesn't come out until June, and there is no release date for book 4, even if there's a 4th book, which I tend to think with the Shadow Grove books that there are 4 books. It just makes more sense. I do not know if that reverse harem has 3 guys. It just makes more sense. I don't know. It might only be 3 books, because some of hers do only have 3, but I think all of these series will have 4. I just want to read all of them. I just love Shadow Grove, and I hope even when the Guild's done, that Shadow Grove is not over. Somehow I feel like even if Shadow Grove is over, like the stories in Shadow Grove, I do think there could potentially be other book series connected to Shadow Grove. Alright, before I get off topic, I am loving this. I'm loving this writing. I am sad. I have to go to bed at a reasonable time. It's only like 4 in the afternoon. I do think I could get to maybe 300, 400. This is 500 pages. I might even get to finish it before I have to go to work if I wake up earlier in the morning, but we'll see. I'm really excited how much I've loved this, and it's sometimes doing fun. I didn't notice when I reading series back to back makes the series more clear, because when you wait so long in between the books, I forget everything. Then I have to reread it, and then that's a big reason why I put it off. But I love, this whole time I've loved binging these books. I bridged the first duology of the Bridge Kingdom together, and that was perfect, and I plan on binging the second duology when both books are out together as well, because I've had so much fun doing binge. I do think it kind of sucks for authors if you wait a long time on that, because then it doesn't help them. I might, if I'm really interested in the books, I will probably just likely buy them, but I think it's only from authors I know. I might read their debut. I've kind of had the thing, like, I'll read their debut, and then if I enjoy the writing, I'll just wait till the rest of the series out, and I'll just keep buying the books, because I've done that for a couple series. Alright, I'll update you when I'm thinking 300, but if another big thing and I want to talk about how I'm feeling, I'll definitely update you, but they definitely get bigger. But I have volume 4 of Hades, and I think that's bigger than the last book in Kate, or the Madison Kate series. I don't know. I do think Hades will be bigger, though. 3:50, and I probably can only read for another hour before I have to go to bed, because I might read before I go to work in the morning. I do think if I get up in time, I could read it. But I don't think I'm going to finish it tonight or even get close to. I might get close to 400. I believe the book is at like 570. We get a lot of history with the boys, like we're getting more of their stories, which I wanted. I wanted to know more about them. I know a lot's going on in these books, but I wanted to know their histories. How did they become friends? How did they meet? We are getting I am glad they did not wait. She did not wait to do Archer's book, more development for the last book. It needed to be this book. It had to, or there was no point of Archer being in the harem. So we have had a lot of development with Archer. her spice level is so good. I'm not even kidding. These books are so good with that, and the friendship she's had, and there's a lot of maturity with her friendships that in this book, she's trying to be very mature with her friendships, because she's like, I've been putting my friendships off, with a lot of stuff going on, which she does have a lot of stuff going on, but it's good to see her actually have friendships outside of the guys. I am intrigued to see how it's going to end. I'll update you. I don't know if I'll update you again tonight. I will if something really interesting happens and I want to talk about it without spoilers. But I'm just loving Tate James's writing, and I just want more Tate James books in my life. I stayed up. Shouldn't have. Well, I guess I have time because I don't even have to go to work till 11:45. But I finished this. And there's another cliffhanger, and with the way it ended, I just automatically really want to go in the next book. That was crazy. And I am so attached. I don't these endings, the 3 books have been very good cliffhangers, but it makes me freaking nervous to get in the next book. I might just read the first 2, because the first chapter will be from Steele's perspective, and then Madison Kate's, and then I have to go to bed. But all day at work, all what I'm going to be thinking about is reading Kate. These cliffhangers are good. The writing is good. What the fuck is going on? I'm so attached. And I'm tired. And I don't know if it's worth to start Kate, because I automatically really want to read it. And I read all of this in one day. So, well, maybe 2 days. I'm gonna have to see. I think I started this today. Yeah, I started this today. I don't want the series to end, and I wish I had the rest of Hades. I just want to binge all the books, but I can't, so I'm just gonna get Hades and then Guild. I can't. I want to read all of them. I do think next year, after all the books are out, I would like to do a reread, maybe towards the later of the year, and read all of them together and see how the experience is. I mean, I'm going to binge all of them together. I think that'd be such a fun thing to do, is binge Kate, Hades, and the Guild. I don't know if there's going to be another spinoff series after the Guild is done, but I'm invested in this Shadow Grove. I'm also very invested in Tate James' writing, which I'm probably said like 15 times in this vlog, but this is good. And I mean, this is my first reverse harem. I've read love triangles, I've read everything. I've read other dark books, but this is good. So sorry. I think I am going to start that Kate. And I'm gonna have to, just when my new timer goes off, I'm gonna actually have to put the book down. It's okay though, because I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the weekend. I do have books. I have all Libby to read, and I might end up having to read them a little early start one when I'm babysitting tomorrow, once the kids are like for a break or something. I don't know. I could read a manga really quick in 30 minutes. But what I want to do is read these books, all of them. Alright. Well, I might update you one more time. If not, I'll update you in the morning. I'm at 102 in Kate, and I'm loving it. So I want to talk about that night. I think Friday night, Thursday night, I updated you. I was going to update you again. I read to 32 pages in that. Reading from Steele's perspective, I loved reading from all of their perspectives, but reading from Steele's was awesome because we got the current day and then it would flash back to the past, which was so unique, and it explains so much stuff that gave me a lot of answers that I needed. Hi, Louie. Say hello. So it gave us a lot of answers. We did get one answer. It is a big plot point that was answered, but not the biggest. But it makes sense, and don't sit there. But it really does make sense, and her maturity level has gotten so much better. She is still very young at this point, but she's acting way mature than she was in the first book, which has made all the books better. In my opinion, I love all of them, but I like her maturity in these last couple ones more. Yeah, so I didn't read anything when I got home. I just couldn't pick up a book. I had a lot going on when I got home, but I absolutely love this. It needs to be finished today because it is the last day of April, and I want to get this vlog up. Yeah, so I will update you when it's around 300 pages because I'm gonna let my phone actually charge. But if something happens, I could probably get it off the charger and just talk about my feelings. I don't know how this is gonna end, and I really want to read Volt, but it says it spoils the last 2 books of Hades, and I'm not doing that. So I'm really intrigued to see the storyline, where we're gonna end up with the storylines, like how this is gonna end. And then I want to read Hades. I do think I'm gonna wait till Honey Trap is fully complete though. Or not Honey Trap, the Guild is fully complete. I think that would make more sense to wait for that to be complete to read Hades, because I don't want to read Hades and forget everything, because after I'm going to read Hades, read Volt, and then I'm going to get into the Guild series. So I still have a couple more books to get, so I'll update you when I'm on 200 or 300.
302 of Kate, and before I mention that, I read on Kate James' site my first interaction with Hades, because she's been mentioned a lot. Hades had storylines about Kate, so I think it's like a prequel of Hades, kind of. They were short stories on her site about Hades and about Kate, like from books 2 and 3, like situations Kate's been in. It was really cool for that introduction to Hades, and we met Zeb with her interaction with him, and I think he's in her harem, but we met Zeb in this book as well. We also met members of the Guild, and I believe we met the heroine after Hades. I think it's Dani, just the way she was described in book 2's. I'm trying so hard not to cough. Book 2's cover has the way Dani was described, so that was really cool. We may have met one of the guys in her harem named Leon. I'm not specifically sure. He could have just been someone in the Guild, because they talked about there was a lot of people in the Guild and females on top of that. I'm ecstatic that with those interactions, and we got another interaction with Cass. It wasn't long though. I want more Cass. Like, I love the dude. I just love Cass. Hi, Boo. And he's just getting comfortable, but I don't want it to end. Like, so much is going on, and I have a theory, and yeah, and we've gotten a lot of answers that necessarily, well, not answers, but we got a lot of backstory that I really have enjoyed with the guys. I don't want this to end. Legit, I don't, but it's sad because I can't even read Hades. I do have the first book coming, and I have the last book, but I don't have the 2 in between. It's just, I think it would be easier to read Hades, as I've said, so I could remember the stuff for the Guild. But yeah, I have the first book of the Guild coming too. I couldn't help myself, so I bought one of that. I will get the rest of Hades next, and then get book 2 of the Guild. And Volt. I definitely want to get Volt, even if I'm gonna take a while to get to reading them. I want them all together. There hasn't been a release. I know they did the cover reveal for the Guild, the 3rd one. There is no, if there's going to be a 4th book. But it makes more sense that there's going to be a 4th book, because every book that's been in the Shadow Grove territory has had 4 books. So yeah, I don't know. I do plan on doing a reread of Kate, Hades, Volt, and the Guild. The thing is, I probably will finish the Guild in January. I think December is, if they do release a 4th book, it will be in December, if she does. But even though I read the Guild, finished the Guild in January, I'm still going to reread it that year, the same in 2023, because I want to read all the books back to back too. I might not do a vlog. I might just spend a whole month reading the James book, the books in the Shadow Grove series, but that's for next year. Kate's maturity and everything she's dealt with is amazing. The people she's surrounding herself now outside of the boys is awesome as well. So I don't think I think there's only like 500. Try not to spoil myself. There's about 573 pages. So, because it says 85, but that's for other stuff. I think I'll update you when I'm around 400 just to tell you how I'm feeling, and then I'll finish the book and tell you my thoughts. I'm not going to spoil anything. I've watched the whole vlog. I've been very careful of not spoiling anything, but I might put mid-spoilers on it because I have talked about certain stuff. I don't know how this is going to end. I am loving all the interactions with the other characters from books that are coming that I haven't read yet, but all the connections are flawless. This is what I wanted. The first book, I understand why we didn't meet any of the other connections to the other series because that had to focus on with that. But the more I read, I'm so excited, and I hope in Hades and even in the Guild we get interactions with the other characters. I don't know, but this has been a long vlog update. So I will update you when I get to 400 and when I finish, but I'm sad it's almost over. Like, I don't want this to end. I even pushed off reading. I woke up early and I didn't want to read it because I didn't want it to end. But I do want to finish it today in April anyway. So, back to reading. And if you've gotten this far on the vlog, hopefully you read Madison Kate and the other ones. So, I have finished Kate around 2:30 a.m. Right after I got off that clip, we had to go run errands and we got back around 10. And then my poor dog got scared. We have a chair that we moved from my dad's bedroom to the office. And I don't know if he bumped his leg. He would not move. So we coached him out. We took him outside, showed him the kittens. But then he wanted to be on the ground and he walked. So he wasn't hurt. He just got really scared of it. So we comforted him for a couple hours and I did finish it. I gave Kate 5 stars. It was absolutely amazing. Her maturity level was amazing in this book. Her connection with the guys were amazing, getting more backstory and their friendship, and they are I loved it. Now, the Guild is only 3 books, so I'm going to be reading Hades a lot sooner than I think. I need to get book 2 and book 3 and Volt. So I might be reading Hades in June, if I could get the rest of the books in May. I do have the first book, Honey Trap is the first book of the Guild. I do have that on its way, so I need to get the second one. So I might be finishing this book. Please don't lick that. I will be finishing the series a lot quicker than I anticipated, but I really thought it was only going to be 4 books. It was going to be 4 books because the others have generally been in the Shadow Grove books. With Hades and Madison Kate were 4, and then there was the novella. But I'm excited to see how Guild plays out. I really want to see more of them. Hopefully we see them in Hades' storyline. I do have a theory. So, and I'm sure this character will be mentioned a lot in Hades. So there's a character named Persephone, but Seth, and she was mentioned in book 2 and book 3. Or no, book 3 and 4. And I do think when the Guild is over, if there's any more books, she could potentially be a new heroine. But I haven't read Hades yet, so I don't know. Maybe she gets with someone in Hades. But it would be cool to see that. But we could be introduced to another heroine in Guild. I don't know. I just don't want Shadow Grove to end. But I do look forward to reading more Tate James. After I read the books in Shadow Grove, I'm going to read her Kit Davenport series because that has 6 books and a novella. And that's complete. And she's got other complete series. There are 2 books that I saw that I want to read, but they don't have sequels yet. But they look so good. So that is it. I'm sad that it's over. It's been so much fun reading Madison Kate series. I hope if you've gotten to this point, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will definitely see you in the Hades vlog. Bye for now.